In 1955, Fortune magazine published its very first list of the 500 largest companies in America. Today, 1 in 10 are still there. Nearly 450 are gone. And every one of those companies had talented leaders. They had strategies. They had plans. And every one of them believed they would be different. Kodak invented the digital camera. Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix. These weren't organizations that failed to see change. They saw it. They studied it. They talked about it. They simply couldn't bring themselves to become something different while the old thing was still working. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because I don't think we resist change because we're lazy, we're complacent, we're bad at our job. I think we resist change because success teaches us something different. It teaches us to trust what works, and that's usually a good thing until it doesn't. Let's press pause and have a closer look. Years ago, I set a goal most people didn't believe was possible. Some of them even told me so. We hit it. And we didn't just hit it, we exceeded. Not long after, someone who works for me came into my office. He said, "Robert, you did it. You hit the goal. It's time to change our strategy." He was right. He was completely right. And I said no. I told him the strategy was still working. I told him that if we could hit that goal, we could hit even a bigger one. I look back at that conversation now and I cringe. Because I moved the goalpost after we already scored and the game was won. I wasn't listening. I was defending. And we took a hit. It cost me my business, my money, my reputation, and the life I thought I was building. None of it needed to happen. And I rebuilt by finally doing the thing he asked me to do. And here's what took me years to understand. He wasn't asking me to lower the bar. He was telling me the field had changed. I heard, change the strategy. What I registered was, want less. That's not what he said. That's just what I was capable of hearing, standing on top of a win. And that's when I realized something. I wasn't studying those Fortune 500 companies. I was one of them. Smaller building, same story. This is what makes change so difficult. It doesn't feel like resistance. It feels like conviction. The higher you go as a leader, the more dangerous that becomes. Because your authority was built on being right, and change asks you to say something that's incredibly uncomfortable. The thing that made me successful may no longer be the right answer. You cannot lead change you're unwilling to undergo yourself. Your organization will change at exactly the speed you're willing to change. Not faster, never faster. Markets will change, customers will change, talent will change. The only real variable is the authorship. You'll either be the author of your change or the subject of someone else's. So let me leave you with 3 questions. Look inward. What are you still certain about that quietly stopped being true? Look outward. Who's already tried to tell you, and what did you do with it? Look forward. This week, what's one thing you're going to do differently because of something someone else has told you? Press pause. Not metaphorically, literally. 30 seconds. Pick one question. That's all. Because awareness rarely happens while I'm talking. It happens the moment I stop. Thank you for watching. Press pause, be curious, and enjoy.